First thing you need, you're gonna take off these little side pieces, the little covers, and then we're gonna take this carbon strut brace out. I already started on it, so we got 3 more bolts. Easy as that. Always pop this one like this. Slide it out just like that. We're out. If it's the first time installing front mounts on these cars, you do have to take the bumper off, or I would highly recommend it, unless you know you're a guy like me that's done it multiple times. But what I'm gonna do on this car is pop these bumper bolts out, pull the grills out, and then start yanking these intakes out, and we'll be done in probably 30 minutes. Let's see. So a little T30 was a new bumper. This is a Euro spec. We got a T25 on the 2 corner ones. Come on, don't be wrong. Oh yeah, T25. You see that? Come on now. Now I'm gonna pull this bumper back like that. I'm gonna have to grab these grills and start popping them out. There's little tabs on the back. You are gonna slice your hands up. That's just how it goes. Just like that. Make sure to pop the grills back together. Don't tell Caden, they're cooked. They're cooked. They're not going back together. Now we got this side. Boom. Now I'm gonna reach on the top. Same thing, this is falling apart. This is AJ calling me. Flathead. This is where we're at now though, right? So we already have front mounts on the car, like I said. So pop off both filters real quick. They're pretty dusted, dude. These have been on for 1.5 years. This was one of the first cars that we did a revamp on. So boom, there's one. Filter's pretty dirty. It has seen some days. I'm getting philosophical with the screwdriver right now. You see that? So now these ones are titanium intakes, right? It's 2-piece design. So it's one straight piece. It's actually bent, but you know what I'm saying, going straight. We have a 90-degree boot right here. And then another piece that's coming out with, that would be a 90 as well. So I'm gonna loosen the boot here. Bang. I also want to loosen the boot up here. Bam. There's one piece, obviously, seen some miles. Look at that. We're loosening this clamp right here. Now we're loose. Boom. Unplug the mass airflow sensor. Unplug that evap. Just like that. And if you ever have problems with this, it doesn't do shit. That's evap for your gas tank. Everybody's like, oh, it's fucking up my car. It's not. Now we're gonna work on this rear turbo. You're gonna have a line in the way right here. I'll have to hit it with a little something like this. Dude, I've dropped a few flatheads down here before doing this right here. And watch this. Bang. Get that clamp before it falls. Hit it with a little U-turn. These have a little push clip. So on your stock intakes, they have a little push clip. I normally get a 90-degree pick like this, right? And just barely get under that. Pops right out. One of these. Now we got to get this silicone boot off of front right here. Same thing. This thing has seen some days. Another piece. Beautiful titanium raw burn. These are my favorite intakes we got. I'm not gonna lie, they look the best in my humble opinion. I'm gonna wash my hands, put some gloves on, and I'll show you guys how to install these new front mount intakes and explain to you, if you were doing stock, right, going from stock to front mounts, how you would do that. I'll explain what would be there. On this side, it would just be an intake, right, sitting right here in these little rubber grommets. You would loosen this clamp. Same thing, unplug the mass airflow sensor, unplug this evap line, and then you pull straight up. That's it, you just yank it straight up, pop it out of here, and the intake's out. Then you're gonna have a little runner down this side, show them up in here in this hole, going straight through here, it's just slid in. So what you do is you just pull that way, towards the rear of the car, yank it out. Both sides are the same way. You're gonna have basically a 90-degree elbow coming out right to here. You're gonna have one hose clamp, right? So this right here, another worm clamp. You're gonna loosen that up, unplug mass airflow sensor, and pull it straight up, and it'll come out straight off this inlet. Same thing, pull that little runner piece, and then show them up in here. It's gonna have a block off right here. There's gonna be a little screen. It's like a rectangle. You're gonna pull that out, and then all you gotta do is cut from here to the side, and then same thing here, just cut it out, and it will take that whole corner piece out. You just kind of rip it out. You can do it cleaner. You can make a, you know, a perfect cutout for the intake if you wanted to, but I noticed it doesn't make a difference, and you don't ever see up in there, right, once the intakes are in. So what I'm gonna do now, put my gloves on, and then we're gonna start feeding the rear turbo side in first because it's easier for me. And then we're gonna see how that split up into two design works. Hopefully it fits perfect. I have faith that it will fit really good, just based on, you know, how many of these I've installed and the ideology of kind of what we could improve on and how it can make it easier for you guys to install at home. Glass cleaner. This is what I found to be the best lubricant. Get a little crazy with it if you want to. Start here, straight through here, straight through that little side piece. Biggest thing. Actually, can you show them this in here, Jess? So you see how it's kind of smashed? It'll get caught on edges. So when you're feeding it, and you have to use your finger to make sure it doesn't catch that edge, right? And pull at the same time. See how we're taking form now. Right? And then I always kind of put this down just to see where I'm at. Obviously no clamps and stuff are on it yet, but go like that, right? That's rough fit. And this is where it'll relatively sit. We'll put the filter on there. This ain't a great install video, but hopefully you guys are entertained. So we got 3 the same. This one's gonna go to the inlet on the other side, so we're not there yet. What I'm looking for now is these hose clamps. There's different sizes, right? Like look at how big this is in comparison to this one. So grab the small one. This goes to the inlet. Loosen her up just a little bit. Boom. So you see how I'm slid down there now? Now I'm gonna place the clamp where I could get to it. I always put it on the back side because I could reach up under here. Right here, you see that little lip? I come in here with the flathead, just push it down into that groove. And then now, show them from the side. This is the second side. See that we're split in 2. So this is our new design. We cut it in half instead of feeding one big ass piece like this, or one big piece like this. What I'm doing with this is I'm pushing it in right about to the bend, as you can see. Then you're gonna take your clamp, slide it over. I'm gonna do it this way because we're gonna be close to some sort of pulley. That is the AC pump, right? So you get real close on this pump, which is why we did this. Lube her up. Same thing as the other side. We're gonna feed it in from this way. And once again, you gotta reach through right here, right through that little groove. And then we're hitting the coolant line right here. So bam, move it out the way like that. Grab your little one. You have 3 bigger sizes. I believe they are 3 inches. Now we're gonna grab this smaller one. I'm gonna reach in my toolbox. Get this right here. It's a little 7 mil. When you slide this in though, it's gonna mate right about here. So you'll feel it slide all the way in. Slide the clamp back over. You see this groove? Let it sit right there. Now we're going here. This is the top side, this is the bottom side. So we'll get more clamps. So bang, slide it on just like that. It doesn't need to be in a perfect placement. This one, from the looks of it right now, I want it about here. So I'm gonna put it facing this way. Just like that. Tighten them just a little bit so they don't slide all the way off. What the secret is, don't put the metal piece in this piece. Put it in this one, right? Have the clamp just on there on this side. Slide it through, right? Let it push to this side. And then you could just bop, bop, like just a little wiggle, pops right on. So just make sure when you're doing it, right? If you're installing it yourself, make sure that it is not sitting right up against that pulley, right? Go like this. Move it forward as far as you can and you're dialed. Now we're gonna work on the mass airflow sensors and getting this evap line popped in. This is the tip, right? So put this in. A lot of people will slide this in first. That's not the way to do it. Go here, boom, we're in, slide it in, right? And then you could get flush with it. You know what? I am gonna get philosophical with this one too, watch this. Make sure the fin is facing towards the front.
Down here, yeah. Drop some parts on. But,
don't go crazy, obviously, with the 3/8 ratchet. I'm just, you know, feeling it out.
the light's nice too, though. Yeah.
Show them this right here. So look at that O-ring kind of pinching, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Give it just a little something like that. But that's a big thing. Make sure you don't pinch that O-ring because your car will start up and go whoop, 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 like that. Right here, don't use an impact. Filter time. Already did this one. Bang. Take this first ring out. Toss it. We're done with it. Get this. And look how the edge is hitting. Right, you're going to massage it in. Push it all the way flat. I like clamp up on these because it's the least noticeable. Same thing, clamp placement is everything. So I like clamp right at the top. Oh my God, get in the hole. Spinner. Just like that. Now you run up a little freaky thing like this. Hold this back. Boom. You're gonna have to hit something like that. Damn, dude, I think I broke my hand. Filters are in. It actually looks pretty tough. I'm gonna have Caden start it up right now, but yeah, they went in pretty good. I like them. I'm a fan of the yellow and the black too. We were kind of hating on it in the beginning, like didn't know if we would like it on his car, but look at the DRLs. Pretty good. Let her eat.